Kia ora, welcome in to the final session here at the 2025 Apollo Projects New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships. As always, tonight joined by 2016 Olympian Matt Hutchins for his insights and expertise on the commentary desk tonight. You can feel in the air, the kids are excited, it's the end of a long week, but we're looking forward to some exciting racing tonight, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. I always found the last session of the meet kind of bordered on that, when you're a little bit overtired and the excitement just kind of gets a hold of you. So I'm sure we'll see a range of things tonight. Athletes that aren't in races, going to be a lot of energy in their over in those stands, really trying to hype up some of their teammates here tonight.
Just recapping this morning's heats, reasonably uneventful from a PB point of view. Quite a lot of people just cruising through to their age group final tonight. Ariel Mochirahondo loves to have a really good head out in the morning. He was very close to that world qualifying mark in the 200 IM, just 0.3 of a second off.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of a trend. We always know he's got a little bit of gas left in the tank. We've seen it every night so far. So looking really likely he'll swim under that time. But anything can happen. He's in really good form, and coming into that last night, he seems to be managing that energy well as the meet has gone along.
And then we had Grayson Coulter and the 13-year-old boys getting that New Zealand age group record, so another one for him, and he'll be in his own age group final tonight. Charlotte Murphy breaking her own, it wasn't her own actually, another new record for Charlotte Murphy in the S6 category for 200 IM, so she's had a really good week. Looking at the 200 IM tonight, it's really a chance for those all-rounders to shine tonight, bring those strokes together and pump out a really good 200.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a lot of the athletes in these 200M finals kind of take control of their own strokes, especially in that 200-metre distance throughout the week. So we're really starting to see a lot of that all coming together. I think there's going to be a lot of lead changes, a lot of people playing to their strengths early on in these races or pacing themselves well to capitalise on the backstroke or the breaststroke. So it could make for some really exciting racing.
And in the multi-class 200 IM, very close Riley Sayer to get that world para qualifying time. And also Quinn Pike right on that New Zealand record for S19, so she might get that tonight as well. 50 backstroke, good battles due to come with across the age groups tonight. The Hope Wang's there trying to get even another title to add to her big haul this week. A chance for Riley Sayer and Charlotte again to hit records and qualifying marks there. And then into the 1500 metre for the girls, Matt. There's a whole lot of age groups in the middle lanes for that time final.
Yeah, and it's one of those events, again, the time finals have gone in the morning, so the times are set. These swimmers tonight know what they need to do, as well as, there's probably a bit of bragging rights trying to win the fastest time overall, no matter what age group you are. So, again, it's a tough race to be doing on the last night, so we'll see how they go.
Yeah, Hope Wang in lane 5, the 13-year-old, with Paige Connolly lane 4, the 15-year-old. So excited to see how that unfolds. Leo English in the 800 freestyle, the fastest of the 5-time finals. He was the winner of the 1500. He's in fine form this week. He's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, we saw him in that 1500 on night one, really take it out from the front. So I'd expect to see very much the same approach here tonight. It's just going to be a question of whether or not anyone else can go with him.
And then to finish off tonight, 4x50 metre freestyle relays for the age groups, and then moving straight into the 4x50 medley relays, this time for mixed gender. So I can already see lots of swimmers sort of practicing their changeovers and excited to be a part of those teams.
Yeah, it's the last chance. It's going to be the last event of the meet. A lot of club pride on the line, so I'd imagine it's going to get really loud in here during those relays.
It will indeed. Let's get underway with our final session here at the Apollo Projects New Zealand Age Group Swimming Champs.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Please put your hands together and welcome our technical officials as they make their way onto pool deck. Introducing your referees for this evening's session for the boys' events, Greg Forsyth. For the girls' events, Chris Litton. Your starters for the boys' events, Edward Hardy. For the girls' events, Ross Gillespie. Your technical director for these championships is Carlreen Gillespie. Thank you, officials. Please be seated. We'll be back after this short break to kick off the final of the 13-year-old girls 200 IM.
Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
We're going to try and do the wine styles that Hawke's Bay does best. These are the varieties that we champion.
Got the ovation there, enjoy.
Welcome to Hawke's Bay. You're in great company here.
Here's a helmet, here's a map. See you at 4.
Hawke's Bay is the world's newest great wine capital.
Swell it a little bit, it just opens it up.
Join us. You're in great company here. Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
Day 5, session number 10. And the first event on the program this evening, the 13-year-old girls 200 metres individual medley. Introducing the swimmers to you now. Lane 0 from Wharanui, Maddie Erickson. Lane 1 from Mount Eden, Sophia Ning. Lane 2 from North Shore, Tasia van der Westhuizen. Lane 3 from New Caledonia, Lumen Giorgenti. Lane 4 from Phoenix Aquatics, Hope Wang. Lane 5 from Wanaka Swim Club, Hana Kani. 6 from New Caledonia, Tahani Mackay. 7 from Club 37, Soyo Yamagami. 8 from Evolution Aquatics Tauranga, Georgia Dusk. And 9 from Porirua City Aquatics, Camille Zhao. Well, this one's going to be interesting, Matt. You've got Hope Wang here, who has won most of the events she's been in this week. And Hana Kani, the backstroke specialist, who won her heat this morning amongst much older swimmers. And then you've got the visitors, either side of them.
Yeah, so looking at the race early on, obviously Hope Wang taking this one out. We're yet to see much of a weakness in any of her strokes. Hana Kani, the second seed, I would imagine we are going to see her fly over this backstroke leg. So the 100-metre mark, this should be fairly even as they go through the halfway. It's really going to come down to who can control that breaststroke leg the most. I think most of these girls were in and around that 46 to 48 second mark this morning over that breaststroke. So here goes Hana Kani. We kind of seen this in other races. How taxing is this backstroke leg going to be? That stroke rate is very, very impressive here over this 200 IM, but it could really take a toll, in the back half of this race.
And she's got a good margin leading into the breaststroke leg. She comes out about a body length clear, or 1.5 seconds over Hope Wang. And doing well in lane 2, Tasia van der Westhuizen from North Shore, sitting third overall, I think, at the moment, and wanting to try and stay in that position. But already Hawke Wang, look at that work she's done in the first 25 metres of this breaststroke. That's quite incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, that the tax of that backstroke lead potentially coming in here to bite Hanakane. She's going to have to do a great job to hang on to that second place. It does look like lane 2's Tasia van Vesthuizen from North Shore is starting to move her way through the field here on this breaststroke leg, but it is all Hawke Wang, a 41.6, a really, really impressive split.
Absolutely. And Hawke Wang coming through the New Zealand age group record held by Carissa Thompson, 2:22 flat. Could that be under threat tonight? She's well out in front now with 25 metres to swim. Hanakane still easily in second place. Looking for the third of the Kiwis, perhaps Soyo Yamagami there in lane 7. Just starting to edge ahead maybe from Tasia van der Vesthuizen. But Hawke Wang will win this for the 13-year-old girls. 2:25.81. Hanakane will get the silver, and looks like Soyo Yamagami will get the bronze. And some great times on the board, all green coming through. And not too much weakness in the strokes of Hawke Wang. And that was a convincing win for her. Next up, the 14-year-old girls 200 IM final, lane 0. Claire Gerson from Tawa. Lane 1 from North Shore, Jasmine Reeder. Lane 2 from North Shore, Chanel Huang. Lane 3 from Wharanui, Olivia Vivian. 4 from North Shore, Amber Lynn. 5 from Phoenix, Jade Lyles. 6 from Parnell, Mackenzie Tobin. 7 from North Shore, Lani Kim. 8 from Liz Van Welly Aquatics, Mackenzie Drury. 9 from Kiwi, Sophie Wellington. Four North Shore swimmers in this field of 10, all using, I guess, the advantage of having all 4 of them being very talented across the 200 IM and training and pushing themselves. So Amber Lynn in lane 4, but it'll be Jade Lyles coming through to take them through in a 31.09.
Yeah, Jade Lyles, a very confident swimmer across all 4 strokes, following after her older sister Jasmine Lyles, who we saw take out a number of the IM races over the last couple of years at these championships. So she's looking really, really strong here, setting herself up nicely, a really smooth backstroke, able to keep the stroke rate under control, making sure she maximises that catch as she rolls through the stroke and starting to separate herself here from the field. We'll keep an eye on what her breaststroke looks like.
And this top 3 coming through to the halfway mark, they've got quite a good lead across the rest of the field. So lanes 3, 4 and 5. Jade Lyles got a good lead at the moment. But now Amber Lynn starting to wind it up in lane 4.
Yeah, I think now will be the time we'll see a lot of the North swimmers make a move. Amber Lynn in lane 4 going to push. Keep an eye out over in lane 2 for Chanel Huang. Next to her, Olivia Vivian, both medalists in the breaststroke races across the week, so they'll be trying to put themselves in the race. Mackenzie Tobin in lane 6, really trying to hang on. I know she's got a strong freestyle leg in her, so she's just got to keep herself in touch. Lani Kim in lane 7 of North Shore making that move as well.
Jade Lyles goes into the final 50 in front. What can she do in this freestyle leg to hold on to this lead? A body length at the moment. Amber Lynn chasing. In lane 2, it's Chanel Huang. A really good breaststroke leg for her, bringing her back into the race. North Shore's Lani Kim on the other side starting to come through. 3 of the North Shore swimmers, but it'll be Jade Lyles to win the 14-year-old girls 200 IM. She led from the front at the butterfly, and she's led all the way through to the finish. A great swim for her. Moving on to the 15-year-old girls, lane 0 from Neptune, Lily McGrath. Lane 1 from St Paul's, Tessa Scott. 2 from Roskill, Bianca Chan. 3 from Club 37, Kiri Yamagami. 4 from Trojans, Charlotte McLaren. 5 from Swim Zone Racing, Hannah Sampson. 6 from Napier Aquahawks, Scarlett Boats. 7 from Icebreaker, Violet Carter. 8 from Tawa, Ella Hanley. 9 from Phoenix, Cynthia Lee. Just a couple of seconds separating the middle 3 from the heats this morning. And it looks to be Charlotte McLaren and Hannah Sampson leading them out in the butterfly leg.
Yeah, and Hannah Sampson, we've seen her take a couple of medals in the breaststroke events. I believe the 200 breaststroke, she took out the gold. This morning in this race, Hannah McLaren in lane 4 really made her move on the field in the breaststroke. She was about 2 seconds faster than the next split back over that breaststroke leg. So she'll look to make her move on the field. At the moment, though, it is lane 5. Hannah Sampson putting herself out in front. And as I said, she's pretty good over the 100 and 200 breaststrokes. So she'll be looking here to put herself in front, really get out and make her move as well on this 200 breast, trying to look. These first couple of strokes, you want to get up, you want to have a nice stroke rate, really make sure you power it through before settling too much into your rhythm.
Good to see Kiri Yamagami is right there too, just fractions of a second behind from lane 3, and starting to come through now is Charlotte McLaren of Trojans there in lane 4. Coming alongside Kiri Yamagami and making real inroads here into the lead held by Hannah Sampson. Charlotte McLaren looking strong, wanting to get herself up to the lead for the final 50-metre freestyle.
Yeah, and as you see there's Charlotte McLaren making her move on that breaststroke leg, putting herself back in the race. A fantastic underwater there by Hannah Sampson. Two very strong breaststrokers. Who expended the most energy on that third 50? And at the moment, it's looking like it was Hannah McLaren.
Hannah Sampson coming down with the 15-year-old girls 200 IM. Looks like she's got enough here to win it. Really well swum race by Hannah Sampson. It'll be McLaren for the silver. Yamagami takes the bronze. 15-year-old girls, 200 IM. And a big smile from Sampson. Hannah, congratulations. It's been a long 5 days, but you managed to get right on top and get another title tonight. How are you feeling?
Tired.
You've had a really good week with the breaststroke events as well this week. That really helped you in this event. But you had that goods to bring it home in that freestyle and a good body length margin in the end. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I am.
What now for you? What else you got tonight?
Nothing, I'm done.
Done. Go and enjoy that warm down. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Introducing now your finalists in the 16-year-old 200-metre individual medley. In lane 0 from Hamilton Aquatics, Indiana Riley. In lane 1 from Stratford Flyers, Mila Gwazinski. In lane 2 from Alexandra Swimming Club, Heidi Winter. In lane 3 from Blenheim, Nicola Lovell. In 4 from Whanganui, Bridie Quayle. In 5 from Hamilton Aquatics, Ariella Riley. In lane 6 from Parnell, Alyssa Wangford. In lane 7 from Enterprise, Rio Sasimoto. In lane 8 from New Caledonia, Clara Dulnell. And lane 9 from Central Hawke's Bay Swimming, Paige Franklin.
Away we go for the 16-year-old girls 200 IM final. Plenty of title holders in this race, all coming together for the 200 IM. And Ariella Riley takes them out. She's the 200-metre butterfly champion. And then she went on to win the 200 freestyle. So the double title holder from last night. This is another 200. Maybe she's going to have some more luck here.
Yeah, and been in all of the finals for her 200 breaststroke. So the kind of events that really excel in a 400 IM. The 200 IM a little bit different. You kind of got to have a little bit more pace, a little bit more speed early on in these 50s. You can't build into it as much as we see Bridie Quayle from Whanganui, 100 backstroke national champion the other night, starting to push forward. She's not too bad over a breaststroke leg as well. We saw she's medalled in all 3 of the breaststrokes so far here this week.
Well, the race is really in the middle 2 lanes at the moment. You feel they're trying to get the most out of their favoured strokes. And Ariella Riley really trying to stay in touch here with Bridie Quayle. Bridie Quayle third in the 200 breaststroke. So really got a strength in distance breaststroke. So she'll be at home here in this third 50. Ariella Riley, that lead just starting to increase there for Quayle. And in third place at the moment looks to be Nicola Lovell.
Yeah, and really starting to separate themselves there. It's going to be hard to catch Bridie Quayle here over this last 50 metres. She excels in the breaststroke and backstroke, but she's pretty solid over those freestyle races as well. Really not too much weaknesses in many of her strokes. I know back at Whanganui, a little bit of work going into starting to balance out some of those other strokes, and it's starting to show here.
Ariel O'Reilly will take the silver, but could this be a sneaky bronze for Alyssa Wangford of Parnell? Alyssa Wangford coming strongly, but it'll be a win for Bridie Quayle, but a very good fast 50 to Ariel O'Reilly. Look at that, 33.44. Third goes to Nicola Lovell. She holds on. Heidi Winter gets fifth. And a 2:22.90, 5 seconds quicker than the heats. Matt Hutchins will go and catch up with Bridie Quayle. So had done enough work in that backstroke and breaststroke leg to just give enough of a margin. 1.2 seconds in the end it was, 2:22.90.
And I'm down here once again with our national champion, Bridie Quayle. 200 IM gold to add to your medal haul this week. Must be nice to kick off the final night of the week with a gold.
Yeah, definitely. Day 5 always a hard one, but glad to get on.
And you had to hold off a fairly late charge there in the race, really making sure you had to battle all the way to the end. A lot of 200s this week. Must be nice to be able to finish off tonight with a couple of 50s.
Yeah, definitely. Last one, 50 back, so see how that goes.
Awesome. Nice little last one, fast one for you. Again, congratulations, Bridie Quayle.
Well done, Bridie Quayle. And we move now to event 119, the 200 metres individual medley for girls multi-class. In lane 3 from Mitihiku Swim Club, London Delinga. Lane 4 from Hamilton Aquatics, Quinn Pike. 5 from Matamata Swim Club, Riley Sayer. 6 from Aquagym Swimming Club, Charlotte Murphy. Quinn Pike swimming a 2:51.42 this morning. New Zealand record 2:46.37. I reckon there's a chance of that tonight. Riley Sayer, she needs to reach 3:35.65 for the World Para qualifying mark. She was 4 seconds off that this morning. And Charlotte Murphy had a blinder and she swam 4:21.37 and got the New Zealand record for S6. So we'll see what she's got. She normally brings a good swim in the evening. And a PB, I think it was, for London Delinga. So great performances across this for the multi-class girls.
Yeah, really good swims this morning. We've mentioned a lot tonight that their use of energy across the course of the week. These girls have been in and out of the water a lot. A lot of these multi-class swimmers really take on the challenge of doing nearly all of the races on their schedule. So it takes a lot out of you, and for most of them to be able to come in here, we're breaking national records, getting these World Para Series qualifying times. So it's great to see them across the 5 days able to compete at the top of their game.
Yeah, that's a good point, Matt. I mean, that energy conservation throughout the week, making sure you're eating well, sleeping well, not pushing yourself outside of the swim sessions too much, especially when your main event, if your main event were to be today. Quinn Pike goes through at 1:22.86 and Riley Sayer at 1:38.75. And Charlotte Murphy coming up to the halfway mark as well. Quinn Pike looking really strong here. Just looking at their record, she goes through in 2:12. She's got to come back in a 34, which could be tough.
Yeah, and looking back at the field, Charlotte Murphy broke her S7 national record this morning in a 4:21. She was out through the 100 this morning in a 2:02.44, so she's nearly 5 seconds up on her split from this morning. So we'll keep an eye on that as this race develops. But looking at Quinn Pike now.
And Quinn Pike coming in to touch the wall first here in this girls multi-class event. 2:48.25, goes 3 seconds faster than she did this morning. And here comes London. At 3:15, 3 seconds quicker than this morning again. Some great improvement there for London. $3:35.65 the time we need to see. And she's done it. 3:33.43. She has brought her time down by 6 seconds from this morning's heats. Good on you, Riley. Another World Para qualifying mark. And just looking at that, it won't be a New Zealand record. That was held by Nikita Howarth, the legend, at 2:59. Can you believe it?
And we'll keep an eye on the time here. Riley Sayers, Charlotte Murphy is again still about 5 seconds up on her split through the 150 this morning. So we are very much on track. We'll keep an eye on this time from her national record.
6 seconds faster again, 4:15. How do you lower your PB by 12 seconds in a day, Matt? That is great.
Yeah, absolutely. To do it this morning and do it tonight and on the last day of the meet. I'm sure she's absolutely stoked to be done with that one.
4:15. Great job. And we'll just wait for the people in our office here to do the numbers on the win here tonight. And the winner is Quinn Pike. Well done, Quinn. Here with Quinn Pike, we're going to bring in Riley and Charlotte as well, because we've got 3 reasons to talk to you all. Firstly, Quinn, congratulations on your title tonight. 2:48, 3 seconds faster than this morning. What was the difference for you tonight? What did you bring that you didn't bring this morning?
I think I just pushed the second 100 more, and I was just thinking about enjoying it more and just relaxing, and yeah.
Your breaststroke looks superb. I'm not sure where the gains were, but the breaststroke definitely looked really powerful. We'll bring in, you can stay here. Charlotte, do you want to come on in? Charlotte, we were talking about how do you take 6 seconds off this morning and then another 6 this evening? Incredible.
Definitely focusing on that backstroke leg, not making it too relaxed and just pushing.
Yeah, well done. Congratulations. Awesome. And Riley, you want to come on in? World Para qualifying time for you. And you took a huge margin off 6 seconds from this morning. What was it you ate this afternoon, or did you have a good sleep, or you came back with a really good mindset for tonight?
I wasn't having a very good mindset this morning, really did not want to do it. Today I asked my friend to give me some advice, and she pretty much kind of prepared me before this race, so I think that was part of it. So.
Yeah, I heard your mum just sneakily say it was your mindset when you got out of the pool, and clearly it was, because, they say it's all in the top 2 inches, isn't it? It was tonight for you.
Yeah, I do really have a problem with self-doubt. Sometimes I don't believe in myself as I should, but I have a lot of my friends text me after my races and said that I should be proud of myself this week, and I've definitely taken that on board, and I am really proud of myself right now and where I am at this place, because right now I think, I wouldn't be who I am without my cancer journey, so I think I looked back on that after I came home.
Lovely words. Riley Sayer, Charlotte Murphy, Quinn Pike, our champs tonight.
Introducing our finalists now for event 46, the 200-metre individual medley for men. Your 13-year-old finalists in lane 0 from Parnell, Kento Wangford. In lane 1 from Waitakere, Manson Meng. In lane 2 from North Shore, Dominic Barton. In lane 3 from Phoenix Aquatics, Michael Yang. In lane 4 from North Shore, Grayson Coulter. In lane 5 from Australia, Tyrell Nemeth Ford. In lane 6 from United, Finn Aloha. In lane 7 from Sumroturua, Noah Lomas. In lane 8 from Hawke Pakuranga, Lucas Wong. And in lane 9 from Coast, JK Wang.
The butterfly specialist, Grayson Coulter, going out, making the most of this first 50. A 2:15.10 this morning, New Zealand age group record. A margin of 9 seconds over the next swimmer in this field, the Australian, Tyrell Nemeth Ford.
Yeah, and I think the clear race strategy will be get out fast in that butterfly, make his way through the backstroke and breaststroke, and then really attack the freestyle. We know he's great over the 50 butterfly, 50 and 100 butterfly, 50 and 100 freestyle. Haven't seen too much. He was in the 50 breaststroke, not in the 50 backstroke. We'll see what he's got here. Probably more of a technique and fitness challenge here through the middle of this race, but we know he's going to be able to come home really fast.
Yeah, interesting to see in lane 3 and 6, you've got the breaststroke specialists, Michael Yang and Finn Aloha. They'll be making the most of that breaststroke leg. Interesting to see breaststrokers do find their way, if they've got a bit of endurance, up to the middle lanes in the 200 IM. Grayson Coulter through in a 1:01.05 into the breaststroke leg now with 2 breaststroke specialists chasing him, Finn Aloha in 6 and Michael Yang in 3, the New Zealand age group record holder. Remember, he swum at 2:25, 200 breaststroke, so expect to see some big movement there. Can Grayson Coulter break his New Zealand age group record again today?
He is a little bit faster through the 100. We'll keep an eye on his breaststroke split, 42.96. So a little bit slower there, but right around where he was this morning going through that 150. Picked up a little bit of time across the first 100, came back to that a little bit there on the breaststroke, but that really nice galloping freestyle down the pool. He's got the endurance. It looks smooth. It looks strong. He'll look to get his head down around 10 metres out and really make that last charge.
This is a great swim for Finn Aloha too, for silver. A 2:14.96, a new Zealand age group record for Grayson Coulter. The Australian will get the silver, as does Finn Aloha for the Kiwis. Michael Yang gets the bronze. We'll catch a word with Grayson Coulter on his double record-breaking form today. Good on you, Grayson. Congratulations. 2 New Zealand age group records in one day. 2:14. How are you feeling about that time?
Not so good. Hoping for a lot faster, but race is over. Can't do anything about it.
Man, it'll come, it'll come. You were faster over that first 100. Just looking at your splits, the butterfly, the backstroke, really wanting to get a good margin, I guess, against some of those breaststrokers in the field. It must have been a bit of a dream week for you, really. You've swum really well all week, collected a lot of records. How are you feeling as the meet comes to a close?
Very tired. I just want to go home.
Hey, your mum was telling me that you got some stuff in lost property. Don't forget that.
Lots of stuff in lost property.
Grayson Coulter, what a champion. Good work, man.
And your 14-year-old finalists now in lane 0 from Parnell, Austin Aves. In lane 1 from North Shore, Henry Wang. In lane 2 from Parnell, Michael Chen. In 3 from Aquagym, William Callow. In 4 from North Wave, Tiraroa Paki. In 5 from Stratford Flyers, Jaya Otene. In 6 from Coast Swim Club, Case Glumpmeyer. In 7 from Nelson South, James Bucock. In 8 from Phoenix Aquatics, Kyan Pennington. And in 9 from Hawke Pakuranga, Rick Zhao.
Tapaki shooting off the blocks and into the butterfly. And also doing well, Michael Chen from Parnell, lane 2. Trying to stick with this blistering early pace. Into his favoured backstroke now, the old butterfly backstroke combo for Tapaki. And lane 6, this is Case Glumpmeyer from Coast coming through, also a really solid backstroker. The New Zealand age group record, 14-year-old boys, 2:10. And we flip into the breaststroke now for Tapaki. 1 minute, 0.15 through the first 100.
Yeah, and we've seen him in the 200 butterfly and the 200 backstroke, absolutely dominating those two races earlier this week. So the clear race strategy, we know he's going to be strong out over that front end. How well does that breaststroke technique hold up here? We saw him last year as a 13-year-old really strong in the 400 IM, so we know he's rounded enough in these strokes to hang on. I always found the 200 IM was a little bit easier than the 400 IM, not just the distance, but you didn't have to focus too much on holding that stroke through the breaststroke. You could really just rate up and survive your way through it if you weren't too strong.
He turns at 1:41. Let's see how fast he can go in this freestyle leg. The wind's sewn up for him, really. Case, who have we got? Lane 5, that's Jaya Otene, who has come into second place. And William Callow, the leads has changed a lot. Tapaki, he's looking good.
Yeah, and William Callow going to have a good, strong finish. He's done well across the middle distance freestyle events this week.
And a 2:12.95 for Tapaki to win. The 14-year-old boys, Jaya Otene gets the silver, William Callow the bronze. And then Henry Wang coming in from lane 1 for fourth. The breaststroke's such a decider in the 200 IM. And there's that result for the 14-year-old boys. Introducing your 15-year-old boys finalists. Lane 0 from North Shore, Michael Brady. Lane 1 from Tasman, Lucas Bell. 2 from Wharanui, Soren Wells. 3 from North Shore, Andrew Feng. 4 from Ngātai Tuatea Taraika Swimming, Luo Jingshi Chen. Lane 5 from Pirates, Declan Broadfoot. 6 from New Caledonia, Euron Ndonche. 7 from United, Sebastian Seggers. 8 from United, Danny Sun. 9 from Phoenix, Jethro Yoon. Soren Wells popping up first on the red cap, lane 2. Lane 4, Luo Jing Chi Chen. Got a pretty fast rating down this butterfly, but it's going to be lane 5 that gets there first, Declan Broadfoot.
Yeah, Declan Broadfoot, we saw him take out the 200 butterfly last night. He'll be relying on that easy speed, but a great underwater there from Lu Jing Shi Chen of Ngātai Tuatea, really exploding off that wall, putting himself in the race. Such a skill to be able to get off that butterfly into that backstroke underwater. You know, really, really well skilled. I always found the IM comes down to a lot of those skills, being able to make sure that fly to back turn. We'll keep an eye on this backstroke to breaststroke turn. A really easy place to make up some distance as he goes for the crossover turn. As we see the range of turns there through the 100 metres.
I'm really liking where he's sitting in the race right now. He's really attacking this, and you can just see he really wants this win. He's going for it.
Yeah, and I think, to be fair, when you look at what his butterfly tempo was and this breaststroke tempo, it does sort of seem like he's just taken the approach of sprint every single stroke and see what he can do. Little outside shot there, potentially Lucas Bell of Tasman. We saw him in the 200 breaststroke, a surprise winner there. He may have a little bit too much work to pick up the winners here, but definitely putting himself in a shot for a podium, maybe even silver here.
Yeah, Lucas Bell right in the hunt. The freestyle kicks off, 40 metres to swim. And Luo Jing Shi is looking over to his left. But I think he's sewn this up. He's looking really strong. Declan Broadfoot doing his best alongside him in lane 5, but he's left his run too late. This will be the first title for Luo Jing Shi Chen. 2:11.44. Lucas Bell just half a second behind. Fantastic final 50, 30.82.83. And Broadfoot takes the bronze. Luo Jingshi, congratulations on your win, your first title this week. Come on a little bit closer to me. You must be wrapped.
Yeah,
I'm so tired.
I could see, we were just talking amongst ourselves, it looked like you sprinted every single stroke. You really went out from the beginning and attacked that event. What was your plan? Is that your plan tonight?
My plan just go hard as possible, like as fast as possible.
You were being hunted down by a few of the lanes. Lane 1, Lucas Bell, but you had done enough in the early stages to win by half a second. Congratulations. It must be a great way to end your week.
Yeah, I saw him.
Do you want to say hello to anyone in the camera, anyone in your team?
Hello.
Boom, there he goes. Congratulations on your win.
And introducing your 16-year-old finalists now for the 200-metre individual medley in lane 0 from St. Paul's, John Park. In lane 1 from Mount Maunganui swimming, Flynn Beattie. In lane 2 from Liz Van Wheelie Aquatic, Zach Pask. In 3 from Kiwi, Neo Solomonson. In 4 from Sum Rotorua, Ariel Machi-Rahondo. In 5 from Roskilde, Nemanja Markovic. In 6 from Hamilton Aquatics, Orlando Hardy. In 7 from North Canterbury, Ryland Wheeler. 8 from North Shore, Alwyn Bell. And lane 9 from Whanganui, Alexander Kivlev.
.28 of a second over that qualifying mark this morning. And knowing how Ariel swims in the evening, I think we're going to see something magical tonight in this 200 IM. Goes down the first 50. He's got Neo Solomonson, the 50 and 100 metre butterfly champion, alongside him, keeping with him. And Orlando Hardy over there in 6 goes through 3rd.
Yeah, and the qualifying time here at 2:05:37, as we've mentioned, but if he can be a whole second under that, the current 16-year-old national age group record sits at a 2:04:35, held by Luan Grobbelaar, the swimmer he broke the 400 IM record from him just a few days ago. So based on how we've seen Ariel swim here over the last week, that record's certainly under pressure here tonight.
Just the skills are incredible as well. Just watching that change from backstroke to breaststroke, just clinical as he gets into the breaststroke now, winding it up, knowing he's got to get that extra point of a second to get another swim at the World Junior Swimming Championships. Not a lot of weakness across the strokes for Ariel Machi-Rahondo, looking superb in the breaststroke leg. And now the race between Nemanja Markovic and Orlando Hardy in lane 5 and 6. Neo Solomonson is right there too. Race on for the podium positions.
And he's currently 2 seconds under where he was this morning at 150 metres. He's through now in a 1:33, so he's looking really, really good, not only for the qualifying time for World Juniors, but another national age group record.
Ariel Machi-Rahondo coming in for another spectacular swim here. Let's make some noise for the champion, Ariel Machi-Rahondo. A New Zealand age group record and World Junior qualifying time. The fastest 16-year-old there ever was in New Zealand over 200 IM. And we'll give him a moment to gasp for air. He left nothing there. 2:04:0. Matt, what do you make of that?
Really, really, really strong swim. As I said, he was about 2 seconds up on himself at the first 100. So I think the goal from this morning, really attacking that backstroke leg. And I think you can see there either collecting his breath, if not overwhelming relief potentially. Really got all of those qualifying times he was looking to come in with here this week.
Nemanja Markovic and Neo Solomonson, second and third. That's truly a man that's left nothing in the pool. You have, you're so shattered after that event. You gave it 110%, and the time reflected it.
Yeah, that was definitely the hardest race of the competition so far. Mentally and physically, it's hard to get up and just do your best, especially on the last day when there's every reason not to give it your best. You can say, oh, I'm tired, but I'm just happy I did my best on that one, and I can positively say that.
Such a great swim, 2 seconds faster over that first 100. That was the difference, and obviously with that 2 seconds, you really had to dig real deep in that second 100, hence the helped out of the pool there. Was that the game plan, to go out a bit quicker tonight?
Yeah, for sure. If I'm starting to learn, like, if I really want to PB and do the best time, I just have to go out hard and not be afraid to come back dead, because that's also how we train, is just start max, finish max. Yeah. So much inspiration there. You must be relieved that the week's sort of coming to a close for you. You've had some big swims. Yeah, I'm so happy after that. The week's done. I can just go home, recover, forget about swimming for the next day or two. But yeah, thank you to the crowd too, and you guys for getting me along those hard races. You guys you make the real difference for me. I'm really happy to have you guys. Thank you.
And final question, what are you going to do to celebrate this week? What do you do to relax and celebrate? You said a day and a half. That probably feels like a week's holiday for you.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be telling you guys this, but I have a lot of junk food afterwards, probably one of my worst habits, but I just can't help it after so much preparation. It's just good to be able to just relax and have fun and eat heaps.
You are human. You are human. Congratulations, Ariel.
Our finalists now for event 120, the 200-metre individual medley multi-class. In lane 3 from Danny Virk, John T. Howland. In lane 4 from Papamoa Swimming Club, Thomas McGill. And in lane 5 from Porirua City Aquatics, Nathaniel Wood.
Thomas McGill in lane 4, orange cap, had a busy week, hasn't he? 2:48.65 this morning. And he was a couple of seconds over his entry time. Such a busy young man with all his water sports, the surf lifesaving, the water polo. Mum and Dad would be busy. And the schedule wouldn't be too many afternoons after school without something on, which tends to be a lot of parents with children in their teenage years. You either put a limit on your children's sport or you say, oh, well, I'll be a taxi driver for 5 years.
Certainly a way to pass the time from a day-to-day basis. Speaking from experience, I'm sure there, Scott.
No, not at all. Thomas McGill goes through the first 100. Easing into the breaststroke leg, in comes Nathaniel Wood, who's had a great week as well, done lots of PBs. And I feel like we need to interview Jonty Howland, because I've seen him so much. We haven't talked to him yet.
Yeah, one of those swimmers that never seems to be down on himself. I've seen him wandering around either the warm-down pool before races, always has such a big smile on his face, always jumping around, very bubbly personality. Yeah, and swimming so many races, it's got to wear you down eventually, but he always seems to be bouncing back up, ready to go.
.210.12. So looking for a 38 seconds or under really here to equal or better his heat time this morning. Looking real strong in this freestyle. The kick bubbling away at the back. And he's going to go well underneath the 2:48 he went this morning. 2:45.24 for Thomas McGill. Great job.
Yeah, really impressive back half of the race. He was a little bit slower through the 100 metres and really finished strong on that freestyle 35.1. A very impressive last split for the 200 IM.
3:14 was the time posted this morning for Nathaniel Wood. And a 3:08. 7 seconds quicker, 6 seconds quicker for Nathaniel Wood. Working hard in this final 50, Jonty Howland, the 13-year-old. Gunning for a PB here. .401, 7 seconds quicker. Great job to all of the swimmers in the multi-class 200 IM. Jonty Howland, we'll get Jonty over for a quick chat as well. Come on, see us. Thomas, congratulations. 3 seconds quicker, just come on a little bit this way. 3 seconds quicker this evening, but you went out slower. So was that a bit of a tactic to conserve some energy in that first 100?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm pretty tired, pretty exhausted, but, just like, my coach Stefan's advice he's been giving me, the encouragement from my family and friends, and, even my water polo team, because they heard what I said, and although they don't agree with me on how many balls I win or the swimmer, they're still here to support me, and they're really great guys.
That's fantastic. It's awesome that you're listening to your coach and taking his advice and putting that into practice. Hey, congratulations on an awesome win.
Thank you very much.
Jonty Howland, I was just saying to Matt, we haven't had a chat to you, so I thought we'd have a chat. You've had a fantastic week with so many good times. Have you had a good time this week?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I've really enjoyed it. Better than last year, definitely.
For sure. What were the goals coming in for you?
Probably just a PB, have a good time, maybe a few more medals than last year. Try and be better than last year, really.
I think you've definitely done that. And have you met a few new people here this week?
Yeah, definitely. People around the world, like two people from USA, someone from Tahiti, and many more here.
Jonty Howland, ladies and gentlemen, had a great week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we will get into our 50-metre backstroke finals after a quick break. And welcome back to the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre for our final session of the week. We will get back into the action with our 13-year-old finalists in the women's 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Waitakere Swimming, Madison Chang. In lane 1 from Phoenix, Chelsea Zhu. In lane 2 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Mika Mills. In lane 3 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Ayla Church. In 4 from Wanaka, Hana Kani. In 5 from Phoenix, Hope Wang. In 6 from Raumati Swim Club, Mackenzie Wright. In 7 from Waverley, Alexandria Curtis. In lane 8 from Whananui, Kira Watt. And in lane 9 from Club 37, Soyo Yamagami.
Hanakani, the backstroke specialist, but the competitor Hope Wang in lane 5. She's not going to lose this one. Hanakani and Hope Wang, lane 4 and 5 down the 25-metre mark. Can't even see who's in front, maybe Carney by a fingernail. Hanakani from Wanaka, starting to edge ahead now from Wang. Third place at the moment, looks like lane 3, Isla Church. It's going to be Carney for the win. 31.15. Introducing shortly after we've seen the result. That was a great second 25 by Hanakani. She just kept building that speed as she went down and ended up winning by nearly a second. Your 14-year-old girls finalists now, lane 0, Stella Harper, Wanaka Swim Club. Lane 1, Mia Henderson, Waitaha. 2, Hayley Wyatt, Coast. 3, Jade Lyles, Phoenix. 4, Mackenzie Tobin, Parnell. 5, Milatongalia, United. 6, Alana Rawson, St. Peter's. 7, Emily Saunders, Selwyn. 8, Rachel Pui, Whanganui. 9, Sophie Wellington, Kiwi. Coming down the 50, Milatongalia, the 50-metre freestyle champion, leads them down the first 25. Coming quickly, Alana Rawson, the 50, 100-metre, 200-metre butterfly champion. Rawson and Tongalia. Tongalia looks like to have the edge at the moment. Coming strongly is Tobin in 4 as well. It'll be Tongalia. 30.40. Rawson gets the silver, Tobin the bronze, and it's the 50 free, 50 backstroke double.
Yeah, used a really impressive first 15 metres, really strong underwater's got nice and high on that backstroke wedge, launching herself, and really just managed to maintain that lead all the way to the end. As we said, those last couple of strokes coming down, all really important, knowing your strokes into that wall, knowing when it's the right time to lunges, maximising that reach right at the very end.
Well on to all the girls in that final. Introducing your 15-year-old girls, lane 0, Ruby Saisum, Heretonga Sun Devils. Lane 1, Lani Jarrett, St Paul's. 2, Kiri Yamagami, Club 37. 3, Laura Menzies, Wharanui. 4, Arissa Liu, Phoenix. 5, Louisa Palmer, Wanaka. 6, Brooke Spears, Greendale. 7, Sydney Alba, Jazzy. 8, Shyla Kennard, Aquablades. 9, Charlotte McLaren, Trojans. Arissa Liu was 1 second in front of everyone through the heats this morning, 30.5. She's won multiple 50-metre backstroke champion titles over the years. Now in the 15-year-old girls, Arissa Liu looking fantastic halfway down this event. Half a body length in front at the moment. Second place perhaps is lane 3, Laura Menzies. Laura Menzies starting to challenge Arissa Liu. Just gets there by 0.15. Arissa Liu wins it, 30.20. Laura Menzies takes the silver. The bronze just missed. I think it was maybe lane 2, Kiri Yamagami. Arissa Liu will catch a word with her. Congratulations, Arissa. That was a great win. You got off to a really good start. How important is it for you to get a good start in this 50 backstroke?
I feel like the breakout's really important to me, especially because I feel like the underwater is like the fastest part of my swim.
You had a half body length lead at the halfway mark. You had a few people chasing you down, but you'd done enough to get there by 0.1 of a second, and a great title for you. Are you proud of yourself this week?
Yeah. I think I started off a little bit slow, but then at the end, I feel like I got there.
You finished on a really good high this week. I hope you enjoy the moment. Well done.
Thank you.
Arissa Liu, 50 back champion.
And now to our 16-year-old finalists from in lane 0 from Hamilton Aquatics, Kaylia Norris. In lane 1 from North Canterbury Swim Club, Macy Barnes. In 2 from United, Frankie Dudunsky. 3 from Ngātai Tuatea Tarika, Isabel Hunt. Lane 4 from Hamilton Aquatics, Paige Stringer. Lane 5 from Wharanui, Bridie Quayle. Lane 6 from Pirates, Isla Kefford. In 7 from North Canterbury, Bella Elam-Smith. Lane 8 from Alexandra Swimming, Heidi Winter. And lane 9 from Phoenix, Amy McGivern.
Just 0.2 separating the middle three swimmers, Isabel Hunt, Paige Stringer, Bridie Quayle. And it's going to come down to a great start, really pretty even down the first 25. It's going to come down to the last 25. Let's see what they've got to bring it home. Still no one clearly coming out in the lead. Still all together. Starting lane 5 now, Bridie Quayle, I think just a fraction ahead. Quayle starting to come through now. I think she's going to win it. She does. 30.84. Bridie Quayle takes the win by 0.13 of a second over Paige Stringer. Isabel Hunt takes the bronze.
I'm down here with our 50 backstroke national champion, Bridie Quayle. Bridie, congratulations. Second time we've been here tonight. We can kind of say now good to be wrapping up your meet. Must be really positive to finish with 2 golds.
Yeah, most definitely. Really happy with that swim, especially trying to focus on my start. Yeah,
a little bit behind at the start. You obviously knew you were going to have to battle through that next 35 metres to get the win there tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
And you mentioned to me yesterday you wanted to give a shout out if you got interviewed again, so now's your chance.
A big shout out to my mum and twin sister in the stands and my dad and sister at home. And a big special shout out to Carl, my coach, and the new assistant coach at Whanui.
Well, there you have it, folks. Congratulations, Bridie Quayle, our 50-metre backstroke national champion.
Well done, Bridie Quayle, on 2 titles this evening. And we move now to the 50 backstroke for girls multi-class. In lane 3, Charlotte Murphy, Aquagym. Lane 4, Quinn Pike, Hamilton Aquatics. And lane 5, London Delinga from Mirihiku. Fantastic start for Quinn Pike. Beautiful height off the wall. And she's away quickly. She was just 0.5 of a second over the New Zealand record held by Chloe Gladwin at 38.30. I think that may fall tonight with the form we've seen her in. And also Charlotte Murphy. She wants to try and get her own New Zealand record in the S6, 55.63. So we're looking for a time for 38.30 for Quinn Pike. 38.30. Just outside of that. So great time, gone faster, just outside of that New Zealand record. And London Delinga 41.18. A little bit quicker than this morning. And 54.15 New Zealand S6 record for Charlotte Murphy. Well done. Quinn Pike, the winner of that 50 backstroke multi-class girls. Quinn, you've had a big week. You're just so close to that New Zealand record there. Just, 8 1/100ths of a second. Was that something you were trying to go for tonight?
Yeah, I think so, but it was good. So
You had a really good start. Have you been working on those starts? You've got some really good height and great speed off the wall.
I haven't really been working that much on backstroke, but I think I didn't backslap, so...
That's a bonus, no back slaps. You must be relieved it's the end of the week, maybe? What are you going to do to relax and celebrate your week?
Not sure yet.
Bit of a dinner with the team?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Quinn Pike, give her a big round of applause for a big week for her, with lots of records and lots of titles.
And your finalists in event 48 now, the men's 50-metre backstroke in lane 0 from Kiwi, Declan Ralston. In lane 1 from Jazzy, Zachary Horton. In 2 from Phoenix, Michael Yang. In lane 3 from Parnell, James Zhang. In lane 4 from North Shore, Grayson Coulter. In lane 5 from Sumarotarua, Noah Lomas. In 6 from Coast, Seamus Avery. In 7 from Coast, Braden Zhao. In 8 from Napier Aquahawks, Phoenix Boats. And in lane 9 from Liz Van Wheelie Aquatics, Fletcher Cummings.
Thirteen-year-old boys 50 backstroke final. Up first was Declan Ralston in 0, and charging through in the middle lane, Grayson Coulter at 29.23 this morning. Noah Lomas was second, and the orange cap from Swim Rotorua on his hip at the moment. Grayson Coulter coming through. New Zealand age group record held by Case Glintmire at 28.08. Coulter's going to win this. Lomas will get the silver. And it'll be James Zhang gets the bronze, a 28.49. Great time for Coulter, going 0.7 seconds faster than he did this morning. Moving now to the 14-year-old boys, 50 back, lane 0, James Bucock, Nelson South. Lane 1, Will Atkinson, Blenheim. 2, Semiosi Tukia, St Paul's. 3, Yifan Zhang, Parnell. 4, Jaden Lee, Wharanui. 5, Case Glintmire, Coast. 6, Charlie Madar Luai, Capital. 7, Austin Aves, Parnell. 8, Timothy Chin, United. 9, Zach Donaldson, Coast. Glintmire, the 13-year-old New Zealand age group record holder, in lane 5 with a best time of 28.08. Coming down the first 25, lane 5, it is Glintmire wanting to secure this win, but now catching up is Jaden Lee in lane 4. Jaden Lee starting to edge ahead now. Yifan Zhang right there as well. Can we have a comeback here from Glintmeyer? No, it's going to be Jaden Lee for the win. 28.15. Yifan Zhang gets the silver and bronze to Case Glintmeyer. For 15-year-old boys up next, lane 0, Andrew Feng, North Shore. Lane 1 from United, Sebastian Seggers. Lane 2 from Coast, Liam Curling. Lane 3 from Tasman, Lucas Bell. 4 from Tawa, Roman Anderson. 5 from Aquagym, Alex Gibson. 6 from Ngātai Tuatia Taraika Swimming, Luo Jingshi Chen. 7 from Trojan, Sam Skidmore. 8 from Tawa, Jack McPhail. 9 from North Shore, Ryan Hewitson. Roman Anderson, also a very handy breaststroker in lane 4. He was the fastest qualifier. Looks to be lane 3. Lucas Bell from Tasman with the early lead down the first 25. Starting to challenge in lane 6 also is Luo Jingchi Chen. But it will be Lucas Bell coming through for the win here. And the 15-year-old boys, quite convincingly too, 27.54. Second will be Roman Anderson. Lucas Bell, we'll get him over for a quick chat. Great win. G'day Lucas, what a great way to finish your champs, probably a relay to come, but a 0.8 second margin. It was the second 25 that really you started to emerge as the leader. Or was that real focus just to wind it up in that last 25?
Yeah, just get out there and just keep pushing.
Now you had the win in the 100 backstroke yesterday after a 200 breast. Now you've had the 200 iron. Was the focus tonight this race?
Nah, 50 back was main focus.
That's awesome. Well, what a great way to finish. And what else you got to swim tonight?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, you're done? Well, congratulations. What a great way to finish.
Yeah, thank you.
Lucas Bell, ladies and gentlemen.
And we move now to our 16-year-old finalists in the 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Tawa, Lucas Comerford. In lane 1 from New Caledonia, Hemanu Marquet. In 2 from St. Paul's, Kagan Boonen. In 3 from Phoenix, Osbert Gu. In 4 from Phoenix, Bruce Shen. 5 from Liz Van Wheelie Aquatics, Mitch Ellis. 6 from Aquablades, Max Cave. Lane 7 from Icebreaker Aquatics, Eric Wong. 8 from Vikings, Luke Manderson. And 9 from New Caledonia, Timothy Martel.
Well, Bruce Shen had a really fast 26.6 this morning. He was almost a second faster than the rest of the field. Expect to see him come out of the block real quickly. And he does down the first 25 in the blue cap lane 4. I think the question here will be who will get second and third. Bruce Shen all out on his own. How fast can he go tonight? The New Zealand record, 26.2, I think it is. Well, New Zealand age group record for Bruce Shen. He's taken it off Finn Harland. Great job. A 0.5 second improvement from this morning's heats. And I'm sure that was in the back of his mind when he came to the blocks for this race tonight. Mitch Ellis second, Max Cave takes the bronze. We'll catch up with Bruce Shen on his record-breaking swim there. Awesome, Bruce. That was spectacular. 26-1. We saw you in the relays earlier in the week. You were really pumping out some great times to kick off those relays. Must have given you lots of confidence knowing that that was within reach tonight.
Yeah. Lost a bunch of confidence after my togs ripped, but still got the job done.
Was that the focus tonight, try and get that New Zealand age group record?
Yeah. Worked a long time for it, and I finally got it.
What do you put it down to in terms of the work you've done? What are the skills you've been working on to really get that speed up there?
I went to training a lot. Yeah, that's about it.
Lots of training. Listening, everyone, lots of training. Get records. Well done, Bruce Shen, winner of the 50 backstroke. Well done.
And your finalists now for event 122, the 50-metre backstroke multi-class in lane 4 from Porirua City Aquatics, Nathaniel Wood.
Nathaniel Wood coming down, trying to hit his time of 41.35. He swum the heats this morning with all the able-bodied athletes, and he's just looking for a PB tonight in the S10 category. Finishes champs on a high. .41.65, just over his heat time this morning. Well done, Nathaniel. Good on you, Nathaniel. How many events have you done this week? Do you remember?
9.
9 events. That's a big week for you, and you've won again tonight. Not quite the time from this morning, but you must feel pretty happy finishing your week.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
School holidays, you got any plans now the championships are finished? What are you going to be getting up to?
I don't know.
Lots of relaxing, bit of relaxation after your hard week. Well, congratulations on all your swims.
Thank you.
Nathaniel Woods, a good campaign this week.
And we will move to a quick break before we return with the first half of our medal presentations for this evening's races.
Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
We're going to try and do the wine styles that Hawke's Bay does best. These are the varieties that we champion.
Got the Ovation Lamb Rub. Enjoy.
Welcome to Hawke's Bay. You're in great company here.
Here's a helmet, here's a map. See you at 4.
Hawke's Bay is the world's newest great wine capital.
Swell it a little bit, it just opens it up.
Join us. You're in great company here. Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Apollo Projects New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships. Presenting medals is Sheldon Kemp, the head coach of Pukekohe, for this first medal ceremony. We start with the 200 IM for girls, 13 years. Bronze medals go to Lumen Giugenti from New Caledonia, 235.28, and Soyo Yamagami from Club 37, 235.35. Silver goes to Hanakani, 231.86 from Wanaka Swim Club. Gold goes to Hope Wang, 225.81, Phoenix. Moving now to the 14-year-old girls. Bronze goes to Lani Kim, 230.34 from North Shore. Silver from North Shore goes to Amber Lynn, 228.99. And winning the gold, Jade Lyles, 227.12. Fifteen-year-old girls. Bronze medal goes to Kiri Yamagami, 229.27 from Club 37. Silver, Charlotte McLaren, 2:28.23 from Trojans. Gold, Hannah Sampson, Swim Zone Racing, 2:26.45. Sixteen-year-old girls, bronze, Nicola Lovell, 2:27.83 from Blenheim. Silver, Ariella Riley, Hamilton Aquatics, 2:23.70. Gold, Bridie Quayle, 2:22.90. Multi-class girls, 200 IM. Bronze, London Dalinga from Medihiku, 2:15.31. Second, Riley Sayer in a World Para qualifying mark of 3:33.43 from Matamata. And winning, Quinn Pike, Hamilton Aquatics, 2:48.25. Thirteen-year-old boys, 200 IM, third, Michael Yang, 2:22.76. Silvers go to Finalau, 2:20.86, and Tyrell Nemeth Ford, 2:20.01. And winning the gold in the new 13-year-old New Zealand age group record, Grayson Coulter, North Shore. Fourteen-year-old boys, William Callow wins the bronze, 2:21.1 from Aquagym. Silver goes to Jaya Otene, 2:19.17, Stratford Flyers. And gold goes to Tirodoa Paki, 2:12.95 from Northwave. "15 years now, bronze goes to Declan Broadfoot, 2:13.44. Silver, Lucas Bell, Tasman, 2:11.94. And winning from Ngātai Tuatea Ataraika Swimming is Luo Jing Shi Chen, 2:11.44. "16-year-olds, bronze, Neo Solomonson, 2:12.52 from Kiwi. Silver goes to Nemanja Markovic, 2:12.30. And winning in a new 16-year-old age group record and world junior qualifying time, Ariel Machirahondo, 2:04.08. Sumrotarua. Boys multi-class 200 IM. Bronze goes to Jonty Howland, 4:01.21. Silver, Nathaniel Wood, 3:08.78. And Thomas McGill wins the gold for Papamoa, 2:45.24. .50 backstroke for girls, 13 years. Bronze, Ayla Church, 32.71, Pukekohe. Silver, Hope Wang, 32.09, Phoenix Aquatics. And the gold, Hanakani, Wanaka, 31.13. .14-year-old girls, bronze goes to Mackenzie Tobin Parnell, 30.83. Silver, Alana Rawson, St. Peter's, 30.64. And the gold goes to Mila Tongalia, 30.40, United. .15-year-old girls, bronze goes to Kiri Yamagami. .31.25 from Club 37. Silver goes to Laura Menzies, 30.34, Wharanui. Gold, Arissa Liu, 30.20, Phoenix. .16-year-old girls, 50 backstroke, Isabel Hunt wins the bronze. Ngātai Tuatia Taraika swimming, 31.45. Silver goes to Paige Stringer, 30.97, Hamilton Aquatics. And winning the gold, Bridie Quayle, Wharanui, 30.84. Next, the 50 backstroke for girls, multi-class. Charlotte Murphy wins the bronze, 54.15, and a new S6 New Zealand record. London Delinga from Mutahiku gets the silver, 41.18. And the winner, Quinn Pike, Hamilton Aquatics, 38.38. .50 backstroke for boys, 13 years. Bronze, James Zhang, 30.22, Parnell. Silver goes to Noah Lomas, 29.53, Swimrotarua. And gold to Grayson Coulter, 28.49, North Shore. Next up, the 14-year-old boys, Case Glintmeyer wins the bronze. Coast, 28.40. Silver goes to Yifan Zhang, 28.36, Parnell. And the winner, Jaden Lee, 28.15. Wharanui. "15-year-old boys, bronze. Luo Jing Shi Chen, Ngātai Tuatea Taraika, 28.26. Roman Anderson gets the silver from Tawa, 28.23. And Lucas Bell wins from Tasman, 27.54. "16-year-old boys, third, Max Cave, 27.81. Aquablades. Silver, Mitch Ellis, 27.48, Liz Van Willy Aquatics. And winning the gold in a new 16-year-old New Zealand age group record, Bruce Shen, Phoenix, 26.14. "50 backstroke for boys, multi-class. The winner, Nathaniel Wood, 41.65. That concludes the medal ceremony for the first half. Thank you to Sheldon Kemp, the head coach of Pukekohe Swimming Club. We'll be back after this break to resume racing with the 1500 metre freestyle for the girls.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back. We move to event 49, the girls 1500 metre freestyle. There were 3 time finals swum this morning with varying age groups. And now we have the fastest of the time finals this evening. Introducing your finalists in lane 0 from Evolution Aquatics, Renee Dresner. Lane 1 from Ngātai Tuatea Taraika Swimming, Marina Nadillo. 2 from Hawke Pakaranga, Leah Yang. 3 from Nelson South, Tegan Stewart. 4 from Whanganui Swimming Club, Paige Conley. 5 from Phoenix, Hope Wang. 6 from Hawke Pakaranga, Maeve McDonnell. 7 from Pirates, Sadie Percy. 8 from St Paul's, Tessa Scott. 9 from Hawke Pakaranga, Marissa Leong. Well, 3 time finals this morning, Matt, and a number of those younger age groups would have seen themselves in those. So some of the podium placings would have already been decided, really, with only one 13-year-old in this field with Hope Wang. The second and third would have been decided this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure there's a couple of 13-year-olds out there hoping maybe this race goes completely wrong. for Hawke Wang, and they can slide their way up into that gold medal position. But the joys of being able to get a spot in that final heat, you get to kind of see the field. I know Hawke Wang's probably more focused on winning this race than she is worried, and getting up a good time more so than what was done this morning.
Yeah, her time of 18:20, incredibly quick. Paige Conley has had a busy week so far as well, a real competitor. .30 lengths of the pool. And the first 200, really, after that point, they want to settle into a rhythm and sort of start to see some consistent 100-metre splits. And that's where you start, as the telling of a swimmer really, as to whether they can stick to those 50-metre splits.
Yeah, the 1500, you're really looking to try and break that race down into a few 300s. You can either go the clean and easy 3 500s, or some tend to go 4 300s, a 200, and then a 100, just so they can really focus on that build into the race. But it's so important that each section is as even as possible. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. Very easy on nights like this to potentially get caught up in the excitement, go out there a little bit too fast, and maybe, maybe over the first 2 or 3 50s, you're only blowing out that pacing by half a second, but 400, 500, 600 metres in, you realise you've gone out a little bit too hard.
That's right. Paige Conley goes through the 200-metre mark, 2:18. Not a lot in it, just a second separating the top three. Just easing into her work here. We've got all the ages covered pretty much between the middle 4 lanes. You've got 15-year-old Paige Conley, 16-year-old Tegan Stewart in 3, Hawke Wang, the 13-year-old, and Maeve McDonnell in 6, the 14-year-old. And as you said, Matt, certainly not a sewn-up deal here, but the entry times certainly suggest that these swimmers have earned their place in this last time final because of what they've done previously, and they are the ones to beat.
Yeah, and absolutely. And in the middle 4 lanes, we've kind of got the leaders of each age group. So you've kind of got a little bit of an interest across all of those lanes. Hawke Wang, the only 13-year-old here. Maeve McDonnell over there in lane 6, the leading 14-year-old. Tegan Stewart for the 16-year-olds. And Paige Conley currently leading the way overall. She'll be looking to hold off her next closest 15-year-old competitor, Tessa Scott, in lane 8.
Those placings amongst the top 4 remaining pretty consistent at the moment. Hawke Wang now is just starting to creep up on Tegan Stewart a little bit. She's just a fraction behind. Sitting in second is Maeve McDonnell. And for those that this is their main event, they've had to wait all week for it, make sure they're in a good headspace, good physically, and many of them had a number of events over the week. They had to make sure they were warming down and looking after themselves for this event tonight.
Yeah, and historically distance events swum towards the end of the meets. You don't want to have too many distance races early on, but as they have added now for the women, they've added the 1500 to the Olympic program, and for the men added that 800. It's hard to sort of schedule those in without crossing over on each other. So having one at the start of the week and having one at the end of the week, a new challenge for swimmers. Obviously a lot of these young swimmers didn't know what it was like before that was in the Olympic program, but You know, for those of us that have been around, you'd often find the 1500 is the last night of a meet, followed by the 50 freestyle.
This lead starting to increase now for Paige Conley. She's got such a smooth, consistent stroke there, just breathing off to the right. We'll just check on whether she changes that over to the other side on the way down. Seems to be a bit of a theme here amongst distance swimmers, just to keep that stroke nice and consistent. We'll soon see if she breathes towards the crowd on the way back. No, she consistently breathes on the right. That's part of her stroke, part of her technique. .600 metres swum for these swimmers, or Paige Conley in the top 4.
Yeah, and looking really consistent in that 35 high mark. Paige Conley holding around those 111s, looking nice and smooth. She'll probably find the next 500 metres you want to hold right there. That really tough part of the 1500 as you kind of roll through that 1,000 metres. 1,000 metres is a long way to swim on its own, and knowing that you've got 500 metres to go is quite often the biggest mental battle of the entire race.
She's got an entry time of 18:14. If she can keep that 111 pace with a slightly faster last 100 and a faster first 100, she should be looking to get around that 18, under that 18 minutes. A big moment in this 1500, halfway through, 750 metres swum, and looking at those splits, a 35.28. She's brought them down. Maybe a bit of a mental shift for her halfway through.
Yeah, really good sign when those splits start to come down a little bit over that back half of the race. You know, it's a good sign that she's probably on track, not having to look up at that lap counter, knowing where she is. Looking really strong, kind of almost like she's swimming off our screen there, but that 8:51 at halfway, if she can even split this, we're looking at around that 17:40 mark. So looking on track for a really good PB if she can maintain this pace. Some swimmers over these distance races tend to be more evenly split. You don't tend to find a lot of these 1500 swimmers will drift off too much as the race goes on, and nowadays they even tend to have quite an impressive sprint over that last 60 to 50 metres.
Looking back on the field, you've got Maeve McDonnell sitting in second at the moment. Third is Hope Wang, a couple of seconds further back, and now Tegan Stewart trails by 3 seconds behind. She's sitting in fourth. Fifth is going to Tessa Scott in 8. Sixth, Sadie Percy in 7. Leah Yang in 7th, and then it's Marina Danilo and Renee Dressner in 1 and 0.
And Paige Conley just starting to slip up into that 36-second range as she rolls through the 1,000 metres, and she's back under that 35.87. So starting to settle a little bit in that higher end of the 35 splits. Great to see her regather herself on that 1,000-metre 50 there.
And you started to see that gap close between Hawke Wang and Maeve McDonnell. And you can see from those 50s about a 0.2, 0.3 second difference, where Hawke Wang's swimming just a little bit quicker down each 50 now. This could be a sign that there could be a lead change coming up. The 13-year-old perhaps getting herself into second place, but we'll see what Maeve McDonnell can do to fend her off over the final 500 metres.
Yeah, and a really good battle there between Hawke Wang and Maeve McDonnell. Hawke Wang, we've seen her finish races really fast. In the 800, she was noticeably really, really quick over that last 100 metres. So really able to get up and kick through the back half of that race. Really manages to maintain a good stroke rate all the way through. Has that little gallop behind her, which really prominent in good 1,500 and 800 swimmers. Stroke very similar, even at a young age, very similar to the likes of Kata Ledecky, being able to keep those elbows nice and high. Really uses that body to swim through the entire distance. As she gets a little bit older, is able to develop that strength out the front of her catch, can really, really benefit, holding and maintaining those slightly faster splits needed to be competitive in these 1500s on the world stage.
200 metres left to swim for Paige Conley. She has over a half length lead now over the rest of her competitors. Hope Wang now moved into second. Maeve McDonnell a body length back in third. Tegan Stewart, the 16-year-old, in lane 3 for Nelson South.
As Paige Conley still maintaining just underneath that 36-second 50 split. She's about 25 metres away from one of the greatest sounds in distance swimming, that little whistle as you go into your last 2 lengths. She's looking really, really good here. Again, an 18:14 in the program is her best time.
She gets the whistle, 100 metres to go.
She's going to absolutely crush her best time here. Coming back in a 1:10, looking on track for a 17:44.45 if she doesn't without picking up the speed at all. So this is going to be an absolutely fantastic time for Paige Conley.
Through goes Hope Wang with 100 metres left to swim. And I was going to say, to end her campaign this week, she's probably got relays stacked up. Probably 2 of them as well. Very, very busy girl. Paige Conley turns for home. A great swim from her here.
Yeah, and really impressive to see as well. Swimming most of this race out there on her own, a long way from her competitors. So really impressive to see how she's maintained her splits, maintained her rhythm, as we see a little bit of change in her tempo coming down through this last 15 metres.
A 35.92 down that second to last 50. This is surely to be a 34 late or 35 low. She comes in. Give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Paige Conley, the winner of the 15-year-old girls 1500 metre freestyle, and overall 17:43. Hope Wang will win the 13-year-old girls and second overall. Maeve McDonnell will win the 14-year-old girls. And depending on how fast they all went this morning, Tegan Stewart may get the title here for the 16-year-old girls. We have to wait and see the final result. All of them going well underneath their entry times. Seven best times on that board, which is awesome to see. 3 more swimmers coming in now. Marina Nadillo in lane 1, just approaching the finish. Marissa Leon finishes 9:21, and in comes Renee Dressner to complete the field there. Give them a big clap, everyone. Well done. We'll catch up with Paige Conley, the winner. Congratulations, Paige, on that win. Superb. Must be good to get a 30-second PB, right?
Feels really good.
Did you expect to go that quickly tonight?
No, not at all.
Looks so consistent. Your splits were just beautifully consistent all the way through. That seemed like a dream race for you, right?
It didn't even feel that hard. I'm really happy with that.
Do you want to jump in with the boys?
Oh, I'm good.
Are you done, or are you getting roped into a few relays?
Oh, I'm done. That's me.
That's good. Talk us about how you're feeling after a big, long week and lots of races.
I'm not feeling too bad after that one. Maybe a bit more happy. So I'll hopefully be able to recover well and be back in the pool soon enough.
Why do you think you feel fresh after that? Just the amount of miles you're doing in the pool, the training, the preparation?
Yeah, I've done a lot of training leading up to it, so all that's putting in the effort and training, and it's felt really good.
Good job. Paige Conley, ladies and gentlemen, winner of the 1,500 metres.
And introducing your fastest 10 800 metre freestylers for the men this week in lane 0 from Tawa, Luca Levine. In lane 1 from Kiwi, William McFarlane. In lane 2 from Murihiku, Luke Bigger. In lane 3 from St. Paul's, Alexander Kaposhin. In lane 4 from Sumrotarua, Leo English. In 5 from Wharenui Swim Club, Soren Wells. In 6 from Ngātai Tuatea Ataraika, Charlie Dickerson. In 7 from Australia, Henry McCarthy. In 8 from Hawke Pakuranga, Aidan Taylor. And in lane 9 from Mount Maunganui Swimming, Sheldon Hogan. As they make their way down the first 50 metres of the pool. 16 lengths between these young men and the finish line. Leo English off to his prominent strong start. We've seen this happen already once this week in the 1500, was really strong out. I think the joys of the 800, knowing it is half the distance, there's probably less desire to say hold back early in the race. You want to have a little bit more tempo. You always want to kind of be pushing from that start. Really trying to maximize that, what we would call our threshold pace. How hard can you push yourself, knowing that at 400 meters you've got to then pick it up again. Really probably trying to be within 3 or 4 seconds of their 400 time through the halfway mark. Really set themselves up nicely, but really probably just the same as the 400 without that big sprint finish.
Leah English, the winner of the 200 freestyle, the 400, the 1500. This will complete the full suite for him. He's shown he's got some pretty good speed at the back end of a 200. He's had some fantastic performances in the open water as well. Really, at his age, he's a real promising swimmer. At 15 years of age, he's got some fantastic teammates there at Swim Rotorua to push him along. You just imagine those tough sets they do up there in Rotorua.
Yeah, and really holding his pace well here. He's taking the charge. There's a lot of 15-year-olds in this field, so this is probably the decider for a lot of them for their medal. So, you know, nearly a 10-metre lead here through the 250-metre mark, around that 32.5. We saw in the 1500 he sort of held around this pace for a solid 800 to 1,000 metres before it really started to just drift up a little bit. So we'll see at what point in this race he decides to really drop the hammer, where he brings it back in and maybe brings that back down to those 32 lows. And having a really good swim out here in lane 9, Sheldon Hogan from Mount Maunganui, the 15-year-old. There's another 3 15-year-olds entered in this heat ahead of him, so doing a good job trying to put himself in the medal hunt. Next to him, Aidan Taylor, and then Soren Wells there in Whananui in lane 5, the 2 15-year-olds he'll be looking to beat out for some medals.
This high rating works well for Leo English, taking lots of oxygen in to fuel the body as he makes his way down to the 350 metre mark. And those splits sitting 33.06, 33 low, hitting around 106 per 100 at the moment. And coming through to the 400 metre, the halfway mark. And as you said, Matt, looking for a time, 3 or 4 seconds over your best 400 time, which is going up pretty quickly, really.
Yeah, exactly. And he won't want to be letting this drift up too much more from that 33 low. You know, holding those 106s is going to start to bring that time up. He's got a time in the program of 8:34, so 106 is going to really put him more around that 8:48 mark. Granted, he was out a little bit faster through that first 200 metres, but he really wants to... I always found that this next 200 was really where your 800 was made or broken. The 400 to 600 metre mark, it's really where you start to feel it in the stomach, you start to feel it down your back and your shoulders. So how can you maintain, how can you step up, where can you find that little bit of focus just so you don't let those splits drift away from you just a little bit?
Plenty of time to think about what they're doing, these swimmers, with their head down for at least 8 to 9 minutes. Going back to their training, going back to what their coaches have told them, going back to the plan they went in, and having a feel. They can't understand exactly what time they're doing. It's a feel thing, feeling whether they're on track. Potentially the coach giving some indication from the side of the pool as to whether they're on track. They're not on track, whether they need to lift that kick up, lift that rating. So through the 500 metre mark, holding 33s, now starting to creep up to 33.5, potentially into the 107 mark here. Might be creeping closer to an 8:45, 8:50 here for Leo English. Now, Matt, you've done distance swimming for many years. What's going through the head of these swimmers in the pool at the moment?
Well, it could really range from anything. I'm sure there's a couple out there that are just maybe thinking, oh God, why am I a distance swimmer? How have I ended up in this line of work? But, you know, for the Leo English in the middle, I'm sure there's a race plan running through his mind. Whether or not part of that race plan involves stroke count, whether it involves breathing timing, whether it involves just making sure that every time he gets to the wall, those last 2 or 3 strokes in and out of that wall are nice and fast, nice and strong, and he's not letting himself relax into those turns, because it's a lot easier to maintain energy across a straight line of speed as opposed to slowing down, speeding up, you know, in and out of those walls.
Now, he must have heard us, because he's gone under 33. He's now under 32.85 down that 50. Yeah, so hopefully this is something we'll see continue with Leo English. Coming back at Soren Wells in second. Third is Sheldon Hogan, still in lane 9, doing a great job. Fourth, Charlie Dickerson.
Yeah, and Soren Wells done a really great job here to put himself back in the race. Sheldon Hogan and Mount Maunganui had started to pull away, but over the last 100, 150 metres, Soren Wells has stepped up into this last 200 metres looking really strong. He's had a fairly up and down week with these freestyle swims. Probably hasn't been the meet he was hoping to have, but is a real battler, and he's showing that here, putting himself in a position, at least fighting for that silver medal spot.
Gets the whistle with 100 metres to go. looking perhaps for an 8:40 here, 8:38. If he can pull back with a 1:05.
Yeah, I think what we've seen from him, I'd imagine we're probably going to hit maybe a 1:03, 1:04 here through the last 100 metres. We'll keep an eye on the split. He probably wants to drop this down to around that 32 low, and that last 50 around that 30 to 31 mark. If he's swum the race well, quite often that last turn feels like the whole world has collapsed on your legs and shoulders. They're down to a 32.8, so he'll be looking to be a 31 low, I'd imagine, over this last 50 metres.
A great performance by a top swimmer this week, Leo English, in the 15-year-old boys category. And Soren Wells cementing in place to take second in this event. Let's welcome him home, Leo English, the winner of the 15-year-old boys 800 metres freestyle. And Soren Wells will take the silver, no doubt. And rewarded Sheldon Hogan, the 15-year-old, may in fact take the bronze, depending on how fast everyone went this morning. And that concludes as Luke Biggar comes in the fifth time final of the 800 metre freestyle for the boys. Catch a word with Leo English.
I'm here with our national champion in the 800 metre freestyle, Leo English. Congratulations, a really great swim there for the last night. A little bit over your time, but you must be happy with how the whole week in that swim's gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I performed this week. I'm pretty proud of myself. It was getting a bit rough the last 2 days. I really felt like pretty sick this morning. I wasn't feeling super good coming into that, but I'm proud of myself for getting in there and giving it my best.
Yeah, and obviously the strategy in your 15 and this kind of get out in front of everyone, quite a high stroke rate. Is that something that's sort of come from doing that open water training, or is that just something you focus a little bit more on in the pool?
Well, I really want to thank my coach, and I want to thank all of my teammates, but especially Ariel Mutura Hondo. He really inspires me at training, pushes me every day. He's really helped me the last 12 weeks. But yeah, it's when I'm in training sessions with him, like, I really push myself. And I feel like that's how I get that speed at the start.
Awesome, and it's clearly worked. Again, congratulations, Leo English. Another national title for your week. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Nice work to Leo English. We'll be back after this break for some relays. Welcome back. We move to event 51, the 4x50 metre freestyle mixed relay for 13-14-year-olds. There are 2 time finals. This is time final number 1. In lane 3, St Paul's Swimming Club A. Lane 4, Kiwi. Lane 5, Papamoa A. So always a bit of a fun one, this one with the mixed gender relays and which teams put their boys first, where they put their girls, where they put the swimmers with the fastest times, really. And could be like any other relay, some tactics go with the fastest first.
Yeah, I think the mixed relays do seem to put a little bit of strategy into it, but I think a lot of teams here today are going to be rolling with that. Let's see how fast we can get up and put those back end swimmers in a really good position to win the race.
St Paul's winning this first time final. The battle's on between Kiwi and Papamoa, with two of the boys finishing up there, and this could be a close finish. Oliver Isles coming close to Samantha Tilley here and passes her, and Kiwi will win the first time final. Samantha Tilley managed to hold on to second. Next up, time final number 2, lane 0, North Shore Swimming Club B. Lane 1, Phoenix. 2, Hawke Pakaranga. 3, Parnell. 4, United. 5, North Shore Swimming Club. 6, Wharanui. 7, Coast. 8, Pukekohe. United going out nice and quickly down this first 50. But it looks like Parnell's got to the wall first. Parnell still holding the lead, starting to come through here in lane 7. This is Coast. Mila Tongalia lines up for United. See what sort of split she can do. All the girls, looks like, in the third 50. Mila Tongalia comes in with a 26.25, and now United, it's theirs to lose in the final 50. Octavia Mahoney looking real good. Parnell chasing hard with Mackenzie Tobin. North Shore A coming through with Grayson Coulter. Grayson Coulter will take Parnell out of action maybe here. It's going to be a win for United. Grayson Coulter will get North Shore through for a silver. Parnell will take the bronze. Moving now to the 16 and under 4x50 metre freestyle relay. There's 2 time finals. Time final number 1, lane 0, New Caledonia. Dambia Natashin. Lane 1, Tawa. Lane 2, Hawke Pakaranga. 3, Coast Swimming Club B. 4, Jazzy. 5, CNC New Caledonia. 6, North Shore B. 7, Capital A. 8, Pirates A. 9, Swim Timaru A. Lane 4, Harry Ricky for Jazzy heads down, and also lane 2, Daniel Lowe for Hawke Pakaranga. Changes over to Aidan Taylor in lane 2 and Justin Wang in lane 4. Leading with their 2 boys, trying to get a lead up for their final 2 girls.
Yeah, and Jazzy off to a really good start. Harry Ricky setting himself up nicely with a 25-1. Justin Wang maintaining that lead here over Hawke Pakaranga. A 26-2 by Justin Wang. Really nice swim for him. And now we see the few changes. Jazzy with Pipajuri in the water now. Hawke Pakaranga with Sophie Neems.
And Jazzy will finish with Sydney Alva, with a few of the other teams finishing with their boys. But is there too much of a margin to make up here?
Yeah, the New Caledonians in lane 5 are really flying down the pool.
Lane 2, that's
Leah Yang.
I'm not sure it is Leah Yang. I think they've changed their order. Maybe they've got 3 boys in there. Who knows? And that's a win for Jazzy over Hawke Pakaranga. CNC New Caledonia gets 3rd to the wall. Moving now to the second of the time finals. In lane 0, United A. Lane 1, Ngātai Tuatia Taraika. 2, North Shore Swimming Club A. 3, Hamilton Aquatics A. 4, Coast A. 5, Phoenix A. 6, North Canterbury A. 7, Wharanui. 8, Aquablades. 9, St Paul's. Away first for, in lane 4, Liam Killing, not the best start for him. Hamilton Aquatics have got Orlando Hardy. Alwyn Bell for lane 2 for North Shore. So all the boys mostly starting off.
Yeah, Orlando Hardy really quick over the 50. Nice straight arm freestyle, setting up Hamilton Aquatics nicely.
Leading the way at the moment, Osbert Gu.
Yeah, really great changeover for Osbert Gu. Gained about 5 metres there just on the changeover, and his underwaters setting up Phoenix really nicely here.
Osbert Gu second will be Isaac Wren for Hamilton Aquatics.
And Phoenix with a really strong lead here, about a body length and a half. North Canterbury's Millie Bell, the winner of the 50 metre and 100 metre freestyles, doing her best to close that gap on Arissa Liu. This is going to be a great race right to the finish. About a second and a half in it as they go into the last 50. Macy Barnes will try her best to chase down Amy McGurvin. North Canterbury is flying here.
And here comes Alex Sanford of Coast in lane 4. Maybe too much of a lead to make up. Phoenix here with Amy McGurvin. North Canterbury's there with Macy Barnes as well. And it'll be Phoenix for the win. 144.12. Second goes to North Canterbury. Third was Hamilton Aquatics. Well done, Phoenix. I think is Bruce. Where's Bruce? He's running down. What a great team effort, guys and girls. The order, who decided the order today? Because it was quite a tactical move.
David, our coach.
David Lyles, but he got it right. It was you had a few guys steaming down on you girls to finish, but you had done enough in the early stages to win. It's another Phoenix win in the relays. Great to see you guys on top all week. Nice way to top it off, right?
Yeah.
Well, all the best. You got another one coming up? Another relay coming up. Off you go.
We move now to event 53, the 4x50 medley mixed relay for the 13 and 14-year-olds. In lane 3, we have Kiwi A. In lane 4, Papamoa Swimming Club A. And in lane 5, St Paul's A. and mixed medley relays underway. Always a little bit more exciting, really a little bit of tactical, and plays a lot into the strengths of your team, knowing where you can make up the most ground. Are your breaststrokers, are your butterflies? How do you chop and change those strokes to give your team the greatest advantage? And maybe where do you make some sacrifices to lift up one of your other strokes?
Noticing a few deep dives off the blocks. Some of them are, with those changeovers, they're not quite used to going from the individual start to the changeover, and really quite deep on start.
Yeah, and always the risk with the step over start. You've got to be really, really sure with what you're doing, making sure that foot placement's right, because it kind of can throw you off. That foot doesn't quite get far enough forward, or maybe you step a little bit too far forward. You start to freak out a little bit, and maybe we throw yourselves off going into the water. But most swimmers just using it the most to overcome the stationary start that you have in a race. So at the end of the day, the reward outweighs the risk on that one.
Also feeling it for some of these swimmers. They've done one relay, they'll be back without a warm down within 10 minutes to do another one. That's that's where the fitness comes in.
Yeah, certainly an exciting night for some of the swimmers. Obviously, some teams not deep enough, don't have enough swimmers in that 13 or 14-year-old age group, or don't have enough in that 15 and 16-year-old age group. So swimmers running back and forth, or clubs really trying to maximise the most out of some of their swimmers. But it's been a bit of a short schedule tonight, so maybe these guys and girls have been sitting around all day, so 250s is enough to go through.
Miller Kennedy going in to win time final number 1 for Papamoa. Good job, 2:06, all going well underneath their entry time too, so they've all done good times throughout the 50s. Introducing the second time final, lane 0, Pukekohe Swim Club. 1, Hawke Pakaranga. 2, Wharanui. 3, Parnell. 4, United. 5, North Shore A. 6, Phoenix. 7, Coast. 8, North Shore B. 9, Porirua City Aquatics. Jaden Lee, the 14-year-old 50 backstroke champion, leads off for Wharanui. And in lane 7 here, this is Case Glintmeyer, who came 3rd in the 50. Olivia Vivian goes in for Wharanui now. Eve Liu for Parnell. And Michael Yang. No, this is William Wang. William Wang for Coast. Coast having a great swim so far. Emma Du lines up for the butterfly leg. Now, Elsie Brown will finish for Coast, but there's some boys that will finish for the other team, so they're going to have to try and keep this lead. And coming down in lane 3, Michael Chen, and they go together.
And
Parnell and Coast.
This race is about to completely open up on this last 50. Parnell in the water with Mackenzie Tobin fighting off Tyler Lushcott of United and Dominic Barton of North Shore. Very even going into the last 7 metres. It looks like Tyler Lushcott's going to do just enough to get a hand in front on the wall.
And United get it just by the slenderest of margins.
And a valiant effort by Mackenzie Tobin to hang in there for the silver medal.
0.4 of a second separating them in the end. He was coming very quickly. Tyler Lushcott taking his team to the win. Next up, it is event 54, the 4x50 metre medley mixed relay 16 and under. There are 3 time finals. Introducing time final 1. In lane 1, United Swimming Club A. 2, Hawke Pakaranga. Lane 3, Olympic Numia. 4, Aquablades B. 5, Jazzy. 6, Ngātai Tuatea, Taraika. 7, St Paul's B. 8, Swim Timaru.
And away they go for our first of 3 timed finals here this evening in our last event of the Swimming New Zealand Age Group Championships. The early lead in lane 8 to Swim Timaru. Apologies on the other side of the pool, lane 1. It is Swim Timaru that just gets their hand on the wall first there. Into the water, Cameron Carpick for United. Over here on this side of the pool, Connor Jenkins for Swim Timaru. The outside lanes taking it to this field in this number 1 time final. Two teams under that 1 minute mark through the first 100 metres. And in the end, it's going to be a convincing win in time final number 1 for United. Kayla Knight closing off that 200 metres. Hawke Pakaranga in lane 2 takes the second place, and Swim Timaru bringing us home for the top 3 in time final number 1.
Introducing the next time final, 2 of 3, lane 0, Hiratonga Sun Devils B. Lane 1, Hamilton Aquatics A. 2, CNC. 3, Hiratonga Sun Devils A. 4, Aquablades. 5, Pukekohe. 6, Capital. 7, Coast B. 8, Pirates A. 9, Parnell. Fast start by Max Cave, his trademark. Away he goes for Aquablades. Emma Eyston lines up on the block, ready to go and take the lead forward. Second off the blocks was lane 6, Capital. Damon Kraus goes in, the 16-year-old.
Yeah, and then over here in lane 7, Coast B, off to a great time. Alex Sanford back in the water again. Nina Rice, I believe, in the water for the second time tonight, that breaststroke. Emma Eisterton of Aquablades hanging in there at the front of the pack. She's got 10 metres to go, holding off some challenges from the boys around her. Nicholas Kraus. Braden Tude of Hiratonga Sun Devils. Really interesting strategies by these teams here, mixing and matching their swimmers. Kaya Hanade in for Hiratonga Sun Devils. She's holding off a push from Nathan Whitehead of Aquablades.
Aquablades led through the first 50. They'll go out and lead down the last 50.
And Declan Broadfoot from Pirates has done a great job to put them back into second place. They might even make a challenge for first as they swim right past us here at the commentary desk.
This is a great swim from Isla Kefford in lane 8. Isla Kefford, could she win it here for Pirates? And they do, the time final number 2. Introducing the last race, the last time final of this evening. Lane 0, Tawa Swim Club. Lane 1, Coast A. 2, Dumbia, New Caledonia. 3, Wharanui A. 4, Phoenix A. 5, North Canterbury A. 6, North Shore A. 7, Roskill A. 8, St Paul's A. 9, North Shore B. the fastest 10 teams in the 16 and under mixed medley relay. And here we go. It is Bruce Shen who just got the New Zealand age group record of 26.1. Let's see what he can do again.
And his third 50 backstroke of the night. He was at 26.6 on their last relay, so we'll see how the fatigue is holding up, whether or not we're going to drift up into the 27s.
26.27. He's gone faster. Great start for the Phoenix team as Jethro Yoon goes into the water. Bridie Quaylen for Wharanui. And over there in lane 1, that's lane 0 is Frederick Mills. Got third in the 50-metre breaststroke.
Yeah, and Phoenix are off to an absolute flyer here, really trying to leave nothing to doubt as Arissa Liu, the 50 butterfly champion as well. She heads into the water.
I made an error there. Frederick Mills won the 50 breaststroke, so he's really pulled his team up there now nicely. Phoenix winning. Tawa in lane 0.
And Phoenix looking really, really good here. It seems the only challenges may be Tawa over in lane 0, but Jacob Humphreys of North Shore has made a great move here for the team, putting them back in the second place at 25.46 on that butterfly split.
Again, I think Phoenix has done enough. 25 metres to go. This is Amy McGurven. Amy McGurven at a North Shore coming down. Lani Kim putting the challenge on in a fast finishing. Soren Wells there and Liana Mopan from New Caledonia. And it will be Phoenix for the win. North Shore A for silver. And it'll be North Canterbury, I think, for the bronze.
And I'll grab a word with our Phoenix national champions down here. And I'm down here with the Phoenix team that just took out our final event of the championships. Very excited to take them out. Bruce, I'll start with you. 3:26 low 50 backstrokes tonight. Are you feeling tired yet, or do you think you could go one more?
I'm done for the month. Not coming back until May.
So I take it from that, I'm assuming there are going to be lots of good warm downs after this, making sure we get in there really dedicated to the recovery portion of our meet.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, once again, team, congratulations. A really good meet for Phoenix, rounding out with the championship. And that wraps us up for this year's national championships. Congratulations.
If you could put your hands together and thank our technical officials for their superb work this week. It's been a big week for our technical officials. Thank you very much for all your time and attention and making your way to Hawke's Bay. We'll be back after this break to give a quick wrap of this final session before we get underway with the medal ceremony.
Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
We're going to try and do the wine styles that Hawke's Bay does best. These are the varieties that we champion.
Got the ovation, lamb rub. Enjoy.
Welcome to Hawke's Bay. You're in great company here.
Here's a helmet. Here's a map. See you at 4.
Hawke's Bay is the world's newest great wine capital.
Swell it a little bit, it just opens it up.
Join us. You're in great company here. Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
Welcome back. Matt, just a quick wrap of tonight's session. We started off with the 200-metre IMs. The multi-class girls kicked us off with some good records. We had Charlotte Murphy go under her New Zealand record SM6 and Quinn Pike with that quite spectacular 6-second drop to get that world para time.
Yeah, so really started off on fire with that entire multi-class race. Yeah, everyone was well under their times, and again, it's the last night quite often when these swimmers start to tire out, so to see not only national records but 6-second drops, these qualifying times, really impressive stuff by the girls.
Grayson Coulter then went straight into the 13-year-old boys, went a 2:14 under his 2:15, another New Zealand age group record for him. And then later on through those finals, we waited for Ariel Mochirahondo to set the place on fire with his 2:04.0.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the two standout swimmers of the meets there, really wrapping up their meets nicely. 2 national records, a world junior qualifying time. So I'm sure they'll both be, one, happy for a fairly short night in terms of events swum, but also the times they put forward there.
Charlotte Murphy came back in the 50 backstroke to do an S6 New Zealand record there as well. Well done to her. And then we finished, of course, with Bruce Shen going under Finn Harlan's New Zealand age group record.
Yeah, and I think by the end of the night he's potentially done it 3 different times across 2 relays and the individual. So really great by him. Obviously, as he said in that interview, completely done with the racing tonight. But yeah, really, really impressive stuff.
And just a quick shout out to Paige Conley for that superb 1500 metre freestyle. Leah English getting kind of the clean sweep of the distance, middle distance events as well, and some fun relays to finish. We will be back after this break for our second and final medal ceremony.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back. We are now moving into the second and final medal ceremony. Medals presented by Stan Tiakotai White from Mount Maunganui. Thank you, Stan. And we start with the 1500 metre freestyle for the girls, 13 years. Third place goes to Emilia Hoglinger, 1950.46. Silver, Ashley Lamb, 1923.33. And gold goes to Hope Wang, 1807.64. Now to the 14-year-old girls, 1500 metre freestyle. Tandia Fisher, Wharanui, 1856.31. Silver, Sadie Percy, 1823.79. And gold goes to Maeve McDonnell, 1809.38. Fifteen-year-old girls, bronze goes to Jessica Richardson, 1905.80. Silver goes to Tessa Scott, 1823.51. Gold goes to Paige Conley, 1743.68. 16-year-old girls, third, Marina Nadillo, 19:05.27. Second goes to Leah Yang. And first is Tegan Stewart. Moving now to 800 freestyle for the 13-year-old boys. Bronze, Oliver Peppers, Mount Maunganui, 19:09.21. Stefan Grant, bronze, 9:33.11. And Jonathan Bow, 9:45.69. Silver goes to our visitor Tyrell Nemeth Ford, 9:23.65. And Connor Mahoney, 9:35.71 from Mount Eden. Gold goes to Fletcher Cummings, 9:35.94, and our visitor Henry McCarthy, Australia, 9:02.69. Fourteen-year-old boys. Bronze goes to Justin Wang, 9:12.10 from Porirua City Aquatics. Silver goes to Tyler Lushcott, 9:04.23. And the gold goes to Charlie Dickerson. Taraika swimming, 8:55.95. Well done. 15-year-old boys. Bronze, Sheldon Hogan, 8:54.50. Silver, Soren Wells, 8:49.43. And winning, Leo English, Swim Rotorua, 8:39.41. Sixteen-year-old boys, bronze, Oliver Peppers, 9:09.21. Silver goes to Bradley Searle, 9:04.12. Winning, William McFarland, 8:58.42 from Kiwi. Third place in the 4x50 metre freestyle mixed relay. Parnell swimming A. Yifan Zhang, James Zhang, Zongrui Lee, Mackenzie Tobin. Silver goes to North Shore Swimming Club A, Dominic Barton, Lani Kim, India-born Grayson Coulter. And winning the gold, United Swimming Club. Henry Wang, Tyler Lushcott, Mila Tongalia, Octavia Mahoney. Moving now to the 16 and under mixed freestyle relay, 4x50. Bronze medal goes to North Shore Swimming Club A. Alwyn Bao, Chanel Huang, Amber Lynn, Jacob Humphreys. Silver goes to North Canterbury Swim Club, Ryland Wheeler, Emmerich Savory, Millie Bell, Macy Barnes. Gold goes to Phoenix Aquatics, Bruce Shen, Osbert Gu, Arissa Liu, Amy McGurvin. Moving now to the 13-14-year-old mixed medley 4x50 metre relay ceremony. Bronze goes to North Shore Swimming Club. Silver goes to Parnell. And United Swimming Club A win the gold. Milatonga Leah, Finn Alawa, Octavia Mahoney, Tyler Lushcott. Now for the 16 and under medley relay, 2 bronzes, one to North Canterbury Swim Club, the other to Dumbia, New Caledonia. How you going? Silver goes to North Shore Swimming Club A. Alwyn Bao, Chanel Huang, Jacob Humphreys and Lani Kim. And the winners, Phoenix Aquatics A, that's Bruce Shen, Jethro Yoon, Arissa Liu, Amy McGurvin. And thank you to Stan Tiokoto White from Mount Maunganui, the coach, for presenting those medals. There was a lot of them. And to all of our medalists, finalists to this evening, congratulations. We're going to get into a couple of special awards now, starting with the Hansel's Trophy for the athlete who breaks the New Zealand age group record by the greatest percentage margin. And the winner goes to Thomas McGill, Papamoa Swimming Club, 16 and under S19 400 metre freestyle. The next trophy is the Life Members Trophy, Most Outstanding Individual Performance. Tonight there is a joint winner. The first winner is Riley Sayer Matamata for her 50 freestyle swim, which placed her first in the world in the S7 category this year. The second winner is Ariel Mochirahondo Swim Rotorua for his 400 metres individual medley. Now to the Top Age Club. Top Age Club goes to North Shore Swimming Club. The Top Age Club. Great team effort by the North Shore team across the week. A good sized team, but performing well across the finals. North Shore Swim Club, top club. And Coach Michelle accepting that award on behalf of the club. Congratulations, North Shore. And to the coaching team and the managers that have helped bring the team along the week, get them down here safely. Well done. Next up, it's the Top Multi-Class Club. And that goes to Aquatic Swimming Club. Top Multi-Class Club. And Charlotte Murphy accepting that award on behalf of Aquagym. Congratulations. Certainly stacked up a lot of points there for the club. Well, that concludes the awards here on our final session. And as we come to a close of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships, we want to thank the people that have made it happen, the great performances from the swimmers all week, the coaches, the managers. We want to thank the pool, the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre and all of their staff, the team from Swimming New Zealand, our technical officials, and all of the people that helped pull this together, the contractors, and to my co-commentator, Matt Hutchins. It's been a pleasure. Wishing you well for your year ahead. Thanks for joining us. Our next event, New Zealand Championships and New Zealand Masters, 21st to 25th of May. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for watching. Good night.